What's up, everybody? I wasn't intending on doing a video today, but here I am. God spoke. And this is not a video about love on Valentine's Day. It's a video about love that just happens to fall on Valentine's Day. So this is not for any specific group. It's just for whoever needs it. And I'm just here to give you another perspective about love, because some of you are desiring for what you already have. And we can be so busy trying to fill up with what we have in our right hand that we don't even recognize, and we miss what's already in our left hand. And let me explain to you what that really means, because we know how to wine and dine ourselves and buy ourselves nice things, but it's that authentic soul connection love that cannot be bought. And that's because it only comes from God, who is in your left hand. Because remember, God is love, and He's been the one loving, healing, and preparing you for the love that you've been trying to give everybody else. He's been giving it to you the whole time. And see, it's the kind of love that fights for you, chases you, and comes after you, and it won't break up with you, even when you give up on yourself, or when you give up. You'll experience it at the right time. But how can you recognize what you've waited for if you don't know what it feels like? Because God is the one that gives it to you first. That's why He's called the first love, because He sets the precedence of what you should expect on earth as it is in heaven. Nobody forgets their first love. You always remember it. So if we focus on what we have instead of what we don't have, then your perspective changes. For example, if you were a mess at one point in your life and you don't know how in the world you got to where you are today, it's because love saved you. God is love, and that right there is a good takeaway. And if you're in your right mind, right? And after all you've been through, and you know you shouldn't be, then you know that love rescued you. God is love, and that's a good takeaway. If you've survived childhood trauma, we've all been through something, and it didn't ruin you with anger and bitterness, but love snatched and healed you and gave you a new heart and transformed your mind, because that anger and bitterness can leave you lonely in a cave, right? And that many don't escape. I'm sorry, my mind is just going. But many don't escape that kind of anger and bitterness. I am telling you, God is love, and that right there is a good takeaway. So I'm just reminding you of how love feels, of how it heals, protects, guides, lifts, saves, catches, forgives, and how it rescues. So when we think of love, we think of romantic love, but romantic love isn't real, because romance eventually wears off and it fades away. And we all love romance, but over time, that charm, sensuality, handsomeness, beauty, it all fades away, okay? But when real love sets in, it can't be faked, all right? And so it's the when I see you, and when I'm around you, your presence never gets old to me. It's not what I think love is. It's what I know love to be, because you are love, because I see God in you. And every time you look in the mirror, you'll see the love of God within yourself. I don't know your story, but you do. And so it brings to my mind the scripture, and I'm gonna end with this. It's Philippians 4:8, I believe, and it says, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, and whatsoever things have virtue, if there be of any praise, think on these things. So just like evil will never stop being evil, love will never stop loving you. Every time you take a look at yourself, I want you to remember that. So although the calendar honors today is Valentine's Day, you get to be loved every day, but forever. And this is God's love story to you. So have an extra special day on purpose. Bye.